Odor and smoke pollution from a palm oil factory in Jalan Sungai Kecil, Bandar Baru severely affects nearby residents, particularly in Kampung Telok. Issue included the foul odors, black smoke, emission dust, and possible water contamination in Sungai Keren. These problems disrupt the daily life, harm health, and may impact river fishermen. SAM urged immediate action.
Industrial gases emission have serious impact on our environment and health. Greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrogen oxide trap heat, causing global warming and climate change. Gases like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides mix with water to create acid rain. For our health, industrial emission release tiny particles that can cause breathing problems, asthma, and lung disease. Over time, exposure to polluted air also increase the risk of health disease and strokes. It's crucial we take action to reduce these emissions for a healthier Earth and future.
Have you noticed any changes in air quality since you studied in USM?
Yes, I noticed that. I first came to USM last year. I noticed air quality in these areas not that good, especially during night.
If so, when did you first notice that, and what do you believe as the specific sources that contribute to the air pollution?
Last year, I found that there's a factory or industry behind the compressor gun. So I think that's one of the reasons that affect the air quality.
So are there nearby industrial activities that you think might affect the air quality, as you mentioned just now?
Yeah, so as we can see, there's a factory or industry behind us, and also behind the compressor gun. As during night, the smell will be more heavier. So I think it might affect the daily life of the resident, especially when living in the hostel.
The Department of Environment DOE focuses on environmental policy and planning by formulating and implementing policies, guidelines, and strategies for environmental protection and sustainable development. DOE also approved EIAs for projects to ensure compliance with environmental standards. For pollution control, the DOE enforces law related to pollution, ensuring compliance with pollution control measures and issues license. Lastly, the DOE conducts environmental monitoring and enforcement program to assess air and water quality, enforcing the Environmental Quality Act 1974.
Now I want to talk about Environmental Quality Clean Air Regulations 2014. The first one is the Regulation 7, which is the emission standards for air pollutants. It is to set the clear limits for air pollutant emissions. The next one is the Regulation 13, which is Continuous Emission Monitoring System. It is to enable real-time monitoring and enforcement of compliances with emission standards. Last one is the Prohibition of Dark Smoke. It is to control the visible air pollution and reduce the release of harmful particulate emission.
To reduce industrial emissions, we must optimize processes by redesigning operations for minimal emissions, adopting low-emission technologies, and using IoT systems for real-time monitoring. Strengthening air pollution control is key. Installing scrubbers, filter, and electrostatic precipitator to cut harmful emissions, and managing odors with biofiltration. Finally, it's important to educate and engage communities, fostering collaboration on emission reduction projects. Together, these steps drive cleaner, more sustainability industrial processes.